Incredible to see just how calm it is in the eye of this thing, but how massive and powerful it is. Now a Category 3 storm, right? Which, I mean, I don't know really what that means for the average person, right? Because it's still doing a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, that means the sustained winds were measured at 130 miles per hour as compared to 155 miles per hour. So
yeah.
They're both pretty bad.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get as far as good news goes, but still, I mean, this thing's still moving slowly, isn't it?
It's not moving at all at this point, yeah. So it's really stalled out over the Bahamas as if they haven't been hit hard enough. It's really not moving at this point, so we really need to get this thing to kick its way up north before it will dissipate. 120 miles per hour, in fact, is the latest from the National Hurricane Center. That was coming down just a few hours ago. So this is what we know at this moment. And it's still located about 100 miles east of West Palm Beach, so off the eastern coast of Florida. And we know that it is weakening because the pressure is starting to come up. It was down to around 915 millibars, I believe, yesterday, now back up to 950 with those 120 mile per hour sustained winds. Here's what we think the impacts are going to be as far as the biggest threat to the U.S. That's this afternoon as the storm will slowly start to shift its way northward. We're going to see those outermost rain bands really bring that heavy rainfall onshore from Orlando down to Miami, causing some inland flooding. That mixed with storm surge, the heavy rainfall could lead to widespread flooding concerns along the east coast of Florida later in the day today as the storm will slowly start to shift its way northward. Here's that latest storm track as we go through the next 24 hours. This is going to take us all the way from this evening into early tomorrow morning, expected to really hold strength as it is right now before it takes that northeasterly shift up the eastern seaboard through Thursday. Cruising along that outer banks, I should say, of North Carolina before eventually working its way closer to the northeast. So over the next several days, this still expected to stay a hurricane. So we will continue to bring you those latest updates. In the meantime, back here at home, still looking at areas of patchy fog developing with visibility near zero closer to Bedford. This is a live look at I-65 near Franklin, Indiana. Certainly looking hazy down south, so we'll want to at least use those low beam headlights as foggy spots will be a concern for your morning drive. Temperatures starting off in the lower 60s, but we're going to warm quickly. Sunny and warmer by noon today, back to 77. And then for the drive home, we're going to be dodging 25 mile per hour wind gusts with temperatures approaching the 90-degree mark for some of us later in the day today. We'll go 88 in Indianapolis, 89 in Columbus, and 90 for a high down in Bloomington. Here's what we have for that severe storm risk as we get into the evening tonight. Noticing that the northern half of the state is under that highest risk, a level 2 of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center for the potential of large hail, potentially some damaging wind gusts, and with the type of dynamics we have in the atmosphere today, not going to rule out that potential of an isolated tornado as well. So here's that timeline. We'll go through 5 o'clock today. Notice this very strong southwest wind. And then once this cold front moves into the north, you'll notice some storms starting to fire up around 9 o'clock this evening. The storms will be an evening and overnight event. This boundary will push south through the overnight. Right around midnight is when we are anticipating this here in the Indianapolis metro. The storms will shift off to the south as the boundary continues to move through. Severe threat done by about 3 o'clock in the morning. Then we're going to bring in some cooler, drier air to get Wednesday started. Come tomorrow afternoon, it will be about 10 degrees cooler as compared to what we are expecting for today. The sunshine returns as well, highs in the upper 70s as we get into your Wednesday. Temperatures continue on that downward trend come Thursday, 75 degrees, but with plenty of sunshine. Overnight lows in the 50s. Going to feel pretty good as we wrap up the week. Heading into the weekend, looks mainly dry. Might squeeze out a stray shower, especially to areas north on Sunday, and the temperatures remaining in the 70s below average through the start of next week. Ben and Joya.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.